Hello. What's up? How you doing? Are you having a good day? Um, what time is it? For me, it's 9 p.m. 9:06 actually, because I'm late as always. I'm glad my microphone works because I just like made it fall off the desk, and it made a lot of noise because it's actually pretty heavy, but it's working. That's the most important thing. Hi. 41 people. That's about enough. Rainy day. Yeah, for me as well. Yes, I do really have blue hair. It kind of looks like it's washed out already, even though it's only a week old. My hairdresser didn't really do. I wouldn't really call her my hairdresser, just the hairdresser didn't do a very good job, honestly. And I am fixing it next week at another hairdresser. So, yeah. It was supposed to be a completely different color. It wasn't supposed to be Sid Cerberus from Sims 3 or Bulma from Dragon Ball. Even though I like this color of hair usually, but I wanted to go for something like cobalt tea or like navy blue or something in between. Definitely a darker color. But it ended up being a pretty light blue, really. Thank you. I wanted to have blue hair for like 3 years, and I only now did that because I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, although I had some steps towards it because I knew I would have to bleach my hair, and that was the most terrifying thing for me because I was sure that all of my hair would just fall off. So just to try it out, I don't know if you on the Polish channel you definitely saw me in this, or maybe you've seen that on Twitter or something, but here I don't really show my face that much, so you might have missed that I had blonde, like reddish blonde hair, like golden blonde, kind of like the yellow blonde from The Sims 4 here. Because I just like, took my hair like that and just bleached the hair that is underneath. Because I thought actually the color is a lot better here anyway, and here it just looks completely washed out. Never mind. Like you can actually see the blonde. Okay. So I bleached some of my hair just to check how it behaves after bleaching, and I was supposed to go for like red, I guess like orange, and it bleached so fast that it was actually blonde, and I found it really hilarious. And then I bought a dye that was like made for darker hair, and I just put it on the blonde and on my own natural hair, and my natural hair didn't look very good, and it actually washed out pretty quickly. But on the blonde hair, the color was nice, but it was really dark, so the blonde just wasn't there anymore. So yeah, but I just realized that my hair is completely fine with bleaching. Like, it might get a little bit drier. I definitely need to take care of it more now, but it's like, it's still my hair, even though it went from dark brown to blonde. There was a moment in the dyeing process when I literally looked like Hannah Montana, because I actually have bangs. So when the hairdresser like dried my hair, and it was pretty straight from that, from all the products she put it in and stuff. Yeah, like I have bangs, kind of. But I just keep it on the sides. So yeah, so I had legit bangs and I had like blonde hair all over. So, but actually it's bleached in like highlights, I guess. It's almost all blonde, but she was doing some kind of nifty knitting stuff with it, like taking out little pieces, and like leaving little pieces of my natural hair, and it's not completely blonde, so it looked even more like Hannah Montana because there were highlights of my natural hair, like darker hair, you know. So I was I was really surprised with that look, and I hope that it wouldn't last very long. A lot of people, because I posted that on Instagram, on Insta stories, and a lot of people were messaging me that I look absolutely gorgeous in blonde, and I was like, no thank you. I wouldn't like to be blonde. Definitely blue expresses me better. I mean, I kind of like this color if it was just like done better, you know? Love to knit stuff, yeah. Yeah, if it was done better, this color would be completely fine. And when I have darker hair, it probably will wash out to this color at some point. So, like, that's fine by me, as long as it doesn't just look like crap, you know? Okay. Thanks for coming to my head talk. Yeah. Actually, the roots are also dyed. It looks like my natural hair, but it's actually like a dark, like a cold, dark blonde, but all of it will just wash out, so I won't really have that much rooting, I guess. But, you know, the blue would just wash out to blonde, so yeah. And probably could be green somewhere on the way, and this is like my worst nightmare, to have green hair. I'm sorry to all the people that actually enjoy having green hair, but like to me it's the worst thing that could happen to my hair. And I am really close to it, I think, with the blue. It's, oh my god, like this is a really cold shade of blue, a really cool shade of blue, I have to say, I guess. Hi Geeksy with a tick, whoever you are. And yeah, but I am still afraid that it would just be green at some point. Yikes, that wouldn't be good. I am really not a fan of green in general as a color. Even though it's such a Sims color. I only like some shades of green, but I still wouldn't like to have them on my hair. Absolutely not. Will my kids now have blue hair with dark blonde roots? This is brown. It looks like dark blonde because I have a ceiling lamp here, but it is actually like dark brown. Even though like here you can see the blonde already, so it's like whatever. Yeah, because not all my hair is bleached. These roots are mine, but they were dyed. It's complicated. I mean, I am not planning to have any kids, so guess I will never know if they will have blue hair now. Yeah, that's how it works in The Sims 3. In The Sims 4, it's even worse. Didn't you say that you will make a first tattoo and then blue hair? I actually grew to do the blue hair thing first. I don't even remember saying that, but I am thinking of a tattoo. I don't want to jinx it, but I think I might have wait, like an art for it in my mind that maybe will stay with me. for longer than a few months, and that I actually will want to tattoo on myself. It's been really hard to pick something that I really want to have tattooed on my skin forever. Even though I want to have a tattoo, it's just hard to pick the proper thing to have tattooed on me because I am super picky with it. I can't just go with any random thing for it. It's like, it won't be a banana. It won't be a, I mean, it might be a plum bob somewhere, someday, I guess, because that's small and whatever. But, like, I wouldn't just go for a random thing that I like. I have to go just with something, I don't know. I'm picky, okay? Like, I had ideas that were on my mind for months, and then I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to have it anymore. So, like, I don't know, maybe if I'd tattooed those things, I would be perfectly fine with it. But at the moment when I felt like, no, maybe I don't want to do it, it was like such a relief that I didn't actually tattoo it. Yeah, I know it will probably turn green, but at that point I will just re-dye it because I will not exist with green hair, okay? If I see just a piece of it being green, I'm just like straight to the hairdressers or straight to like how do you say that? Like cosmetics shop. I don't even know how to say that. Rossmann. That's only a Europe thing, but actually only in part of Europe, I guess, because it's a German shop, but yeah. Anyway, just to the store to buy a dye so that I can do it myself. Whatever. I really don't want to have green hair. Yes, that's a fear with minus 5,000 points. Like, the therapist would have to come. Definitely. Yes, I definitely consider things for months before I commit. With the hair, like, I waited for years before I was even ready to give up my natural hair color. Then I was afraid that I would have to bleach it, so it's like another thing. And then I had to go through different processes of trying to bleach my hair like myself and check it just to feel like safe about it, you know? And then I went for the whole thing. Oh yeah, a couple of tattoos that you regret. I also watched a YouTube video where she was talking about her tattoos, and she had one. The first tattoo that she made, she said that she regrets having, even though it was a small tattoo, so it's probably not really that big of a deal to just either remove it or just tattoo something over it. But still, it's like, you know, I was young and stupid, and I just wanted that tattoo, and I am not young anymore, but I'm still stupid, so yeah, I don't want to like see it in 2 years and be like, what is this? This is stupid. What do I have on my hand? Like, I don't want this. On my arm, I guess, because that's the place I'm going for. No, I am not from Warsaw. Not every Polish people is from. Not every Polish person is from Warsaw. There are other towns. I'm just kidding. But no, I am not from the capital city. Oh, Jesus. I love plant sims and aliens. I am not racist towards green people. I just don't like green hair, okay? Yeah, bleach can actually be like that. I was trying to be super safe with it. It's really good to It said on the package of the bleach that I bought that it's good to just take like a paper towel or something and just wash off some of the bleach while it's on your hair, just to check what color it is at this moment. And if it's still not the color that you're going for, you can just reapply it quickly on that small fragment. And if it's exactly the color you're going for, or even lighter, then just go and wash it off right away before your hair like burns or something. Yeah, that's what I did, and I saw that it was like hay color pretty much. It was totally blonde to me then. It was like this color, not like my nails because it's kind of neon, but it was like this color. It seemed like it, so I just rushed to wash it off, and it was like a golden blonde. It turned out. I mean, yeah, maybe not to Chicago exactly, but I would love to go to the United States, but it's freaking expensive, and you don't need a visa now. Technically, it's hard to say what the future of that is now, but well, yeah, but I don't have the money to go. It's that simple. We need more videos like the ones from your Polish channel, just in English? I did that a lot. Which videos? Just tell me which videos. If you can, like, understand what they're about. But which videos? Just tell me. I can always translate them and redo them for the English channel. That's not a problem. That's more money for me. I don't mind. Low effort, more money, sure. Don't tell me what kind of tattoo I could have. Just don't. Like, I can't even think of it myself, let alone other people. Actually, when I think about it, do I know Sims 3 Let's Plays? There will be a series of Sims 3. I am planning it. I think it will start in July. But it won't be a gameplay exactly. It will just be a few episodes of something in The Sims 3. Yeah, I already have it in my calendar, and it's supposed to start in July, but I don't exactly know. I still have some extra videos to do in June, like the human pets fun, I'm actually planning to do it. So yeah, and another video that I've been actually recording for months. I think I started in like November, and I still haven't finished it. It is a gameplay, but a long one, and I just want to have it in one video, so I've been recording this in parts for months. And yeah, I think I am like halfway through it, so I hope I can get it done this month. And after I have this done and the dogs, then I will start a new series in The Sims 3. This will be a few episodes, and then we'll see. Maybe when, I don't know, when the Genesee Legacy ends, maybe then I will actually do something in The Sims 3. It's a fun game, right? I could make vlogs, but I don't really have anything to talk about anymore. Like, I do Q&As sometimes, and that's pretty much it. No, I don't have any vacation plans. Veronaville played in Shakespeare's mode. It would be really hard to redo it. Oh man, no, I don't think I would be up to it. No, when it comes to the videos that are more like informative, I could easily make them in English. That's easy. especially in editing, right? But the whole gameplays that I already did, it's like, that's weird. I don't think I can actually set the auto translation thing, and it wouldn't be very good. I don't think. I will look into it. Just to make those videos more accessible, I will look into it. I didn't even know that this was something that you had to like set. I think some of the videos might have subtitles from back when viewers could do it, but that would be old videos because that feature is not there. It hasn't been for more than a year, I think. It's been a while. I'm good. I've been actually working all day pretty much, and I'm fine with that somehow. It's been a pretty good day, honestly. Thank you. Of course, my lipstick is on the glass. And I don't know how to drink. That's normal. Don't worry about me. Like in my new video, I kind of talked about the goths, but not exactly. Oh, Jesus, sorry. But, it's, I don't really like it, honestly, the change. Especially Alexander, that's a disaster. The rest is like, whatever. Like, I think Cassandra is probably better. Bella is, not herself, I guess. Mortimer, I couldn't care less. And, but Alexander, Alexander was really cute as an adult before, and now that's bad. And, like, they really didn't have to change his skin. Because he was never whitewashed. He was white. You know, like, he was super pale in The Sims 2. And his skin was perfectly fine in The Sims 4. I don't really get why they just redid the whole family and like made new Sims instead of just editing the Sims that were already there with a few tweaks. You know? It's, I don't know, because now they don't really, like, after 8 years that The Sims 4, almost, that The Sims 4 has been there, it's, like, they don't look familiar at all. I don't know about The Sims 4 gameplays. I mean, I don't really like the game that much. So I would have to force myself. Like, there is a reason why I stopped playing The Sims 4 on my Polish channel, so maybe sometimes I might like do a short thing, but or like one video or something in English here on this channel, but I also don't want people to expect Sims 4 videos, because Sims 4 videos are more popular and I don't really want to like be a Sims 4 YouTuber, you know? Because Sims 4 is not very good. If you want to know how I learned English, you can go to my True Stories playlist. There is an episode that says everything. Just absolutely everything. The whole story of how I learned English. Like every single thing. There's like a timeline. Everything. So just go there. Like, it's an old video, but it doesn't really matter. The info is still the same. I look a little different with glasses. What about the blue hair? I have been wearing glasses since like August or September or something. It's been a while. So I think the biggest change is the hair. Because before I had my natural dark brown hair, and now it's so not natural. No, Cassandra didn't have Bella's face. Someone said that she looked like a tomato, so... I mean, she had her eyes. Same with Alexander. They had very similar shape of eyes as Bella, but Cassandra didn't really take that much after her. Why is Sims 2 so popular in Poland? Is it a Polish thing though? It is still pretty popular, I think. Like, there's still a huge community that plays The Sims 2. It's not only in Poland. I mean, The Sims are pretty popular in Poland, I guess. In general. Ah, yeah, the skin tones are ashy. The Don't even make me start on the skin tones. The genetics are completely ruined with those skin tones. It's Jesus Christ. I can't even. It is possible that in The Sims 2, Sims bring someone from work that isn't in their work field because that's a hobby friend. The hobby friend doesn't have to be in their career. That's stupid, really. It's probably a glitch. I have it fixed, I think, with a mod. Because sometimes they would bring, like, a child, and children can't have a job, so it doesn't matter if they're in their work field. I had a sim constantly bringing either Orlando Bertino or the newspaper girl. It's yeah, it's glitchy. I just wanted to make a compliment about something else in hair. Okay. Yeah, I like myself with glasses. I got really used to it. Recently, my boyfriend said that I look weird without glasses, and I'd been not wearing glasses for most of our relationship, definitely, like 90% of it. So, yeah, that was strange. I mean, there are people who have purplish skin tones, but like the existence of certain skin tones, it's fine, but the classification of it is really bad. Some of the warm ones are not warm. Some of the cool ones are not cool. It's like, who sorted it? It's it's a disaster. It's and also someone who sorted that didn't think of genetics at all, because you can have a very dark-skinned child from very light-skinned parents, because the sorting of the skins is just really badly made. I said that in a video. I made a video about that a while ago, right after the patch, the skin tone patch was here, and oh man, it still hasn't been fixed. Some of it has been fixed, but like they should just resort the whole list of skin tones for it to be right. So sometimes I catch myself actually editing some Sims because their skin tone is just out of nowhere comparing to parents. So because you have one list of neutral, let's say, skins, and you have like light, darker, darker, a lot darker, a little lighter, again a little lighter, then very dark, very dark, very dark. So it's really, it's, oh man. So especially if you have parents who have different types of skin tones, let's say skin 2 from cool and skin 7 from warm, then the kid can go from 2 to 7 from both. And sometimes the skin might not match their skin tones at all, because it's just all over the place. Oh yeah, The Sims 2 genetics is the best system, really, except the homozygous thing. It's so annoying. And the firstborn syndrome, of course, like the sequence syndrome, not the firstborn syndrome, really. But yeah, those two things are super annoying. But other than that, the genetics are really good. What? I also had one instance of my sim bringing the boss sim. Oh wow, that you don't have that you can't really interact with. Yeah, because like this sim is pretty much just a picture. So I didn't even realize that sim existed. No, I mean, I don't think they show up in SimPE when you load up the neighborhood, so it's possible that it's a sim with like unfinished data, so it seems really dangerous to have this sim on your lot. This game. What? Your Sims bring ghosts home? I don't think that happens. In The Sims 2, at least. Like, in The Sims 4, ghosts... Like, you can't even be upset about someone dying because the ghosts just constantly call you and want to meet up at, like, a burger place or something. Hey, you want to go for a bite? Let's meet up on the cliffs or something. It's... And you go there and the ghost is actually there. Hi, Grandpa. It's... Why? It's so silly. Oh, man. And then they of course disappear from the family tree, because why the hell not? And you need a mod to stop it. Oh my god, this game. I just can't. I can't talk about this game. It's such an annoying game. I'm calm. Please ask me more questions. I'm ready. Oh, they brought another sim I played every day, and then they died, and they still brought them home. Wow. Paralives seems really promising. I don't really like to think about it too much. I don't want to get my hopes up too much. Um, I already know that I will get a code. I mean, they promised that to me like 2 years ago, I think, but I really hope I will still get it. Um, and like, that might be something. I really believe in this project, but I just, if it's bad, I won't be very mad because they tried. You know, they're trying really hard to make something of it. And I can't wait to see the finished game. And I would love to, like, give them some feedback once I have like early access or something. I want to be supportive over it and everything, but we'll just see. It's let's not make too many assumptions. Hey, there's a crazy bear party at the bar. You should check it out. uh okay, I don't want free earbuds. um I like the one that about the voodoo from the loading screen. That in the English version is voodoo, hoodoo, you do with high mischief skill, and in the Polish version is
Chcesz zrobić łubudu?
that was a really bad quality of audio. I'm sorry, probably, but I was like. Because wubudo is like a sound, you know, like an explosion sound, I guess, or something like that, and it rhymes with voodoo, so it's like chcesz zrobić wubudu, skorzystaj z coś tam. Skorzystaj z mocy voodoo. Yeah, that's the thing. And like wubudu voodoo, it rhymes and it's so stupid. They only did that because it rhymes. Like in the original, but it's so silly. But I have to say that The Sims 4 is the best translated game. It actually is. There are some errors, but they are fixed. Like they do fix the errors whenever someone reports them, and a lot of them were fixed using my ideas. So yeah, because one of my viewers reported them and gave like propositions from my videos how they could be fixed, and yeah, so so that's cool. Because in The Sims 3, there were some like really basic errors, and they were never fixed. Just ever. In The Sims 2, even, there were translating errors that were fixed at some point, but it's just, yeah, The Sims 3, I don't think they ever fixed even one thing. And in The Sims 4, it's good when it comes to fixing stuff, but there are still some errors, and yeah, I mean, I might really report them, I guess. These are kind of little things, but still. Usually the mistakes are more like someone didn't code it properly. And there are just like brackets and stuff. You can actually see scraps of the code there because someone forgot to put a bracket there or something. And yeah, it's something like that. No, they didn't compensate me. I mean, it wasn't even me who reported it, right? Also, I am really annoyed with the fact that they translated the fine emotion, which is not really an emotion, the fine state, to like cheerful or something like that. I think you can actually translate it back to cheerful, which it's too positive to be equal to fine. But I gotta say that there isn't really a good word that that can be translated with the same meaning that would be an emotion and an adjective. So it wasn't an easy job, but there were probably some ways to do it. Yes, I do watch Juno Birch's videos. I didn't watch every single one, but I am a fan, definitely. I follow her everywhere, and she knows I exist. I still can't get over that. I've been actually playing The Sims 4 lately in my spare time. I have a family where I made one female sim. She was a very ambitious student, like a university student, you know. And she got a few jobs. She was trying to, like, after fulfilling the university aspiration. I can't remember what it's called because I am new to the English version, so I don't really remember everything what it's called. But Jesus. Yeah, she did that, and then she was trying to get the Renaissance sim aspiration, and then she had a son with a random guy, and she was living with that son. But she has because she's still alive. She has the mean trait, so the first second that her son became a teenager, she was so mean to him. All the freaking time she was like yelling at him all the time and just like making fun of his outfits or something. And oh my god, they hate each other. They were friends up until he was a child, and once he became a teenager, they just hate each other's guts. Once he became a young adult, they actually like had a fist fight in the kitchen. No, in the bathroom, sorry. And then I was just like, nope, we're done, Boston. We're going somewhere else. So she didn't actually finish the aspiration because I wanted her to finish the aspiration and then move this guy to a farm. But she was so mean to him. She was such a bad mother once that he grew up that I just couldn't stand it anymore. I was just like, we're leaving. Just do whatever you want. I'm taking the money that I made myself, the 5,000 that I have, because at first he had the like extremely wealthy or something aspiration, so he actually made like the point of getting 5,000 simoleons. So I just figured that this is his money. So he took the 5,000 and something, I think, because I sold all his furniture from his room as well. And he just went to like a very, very small and empty cottage somewhere. And because I changed it and made it a lot smaller so that he could afford it. And he was like just sleeping in a very cheap bed there. He didn't have any furniture there. And yeah. Now it's fine. He got married and he has some extra money, and I've been redoing the cottage so that it's like worth living in. But yeah, it was just like a kind of like a crazy gameplay with the mother that was super mean. Yeah. So I'm still playing it. He has 2 chickens now. That's a success. And it's actually, I discovered with this gameplay that you can actually have 2 odd jobs, or even 3, like more than 1 at a time. So he was doing a barista job from Monday to Friday, and then on weekends he would go to construction. And Like, that's really cool, actually, that you can do that. Yeah, and still have plenty of time to do other things. What? Beef with Pleasant Sims? Absolutely not. We don't have any beef. I know I was kind of mean with the Pleasant View thing because I didn't get it at first that it was supposed to be genetically correct. But and I didn't really look at the chat that much, and she was actually there. But no, we're super fine. I've been I mean when she was still streaming and on the internet, I would go to her streams and say hi, and she would be like, "Hi, Marta," and it's yeah, I think we're good. And honestly, the Pleasant View thing was so long ago. That live stream was in my old apartment, and I've been in this one for almost 1.5 years. So, like, that was really long ago. That's past. I had no idea Pleasant Sims knew Marticore existed. Really? Of course she does. I've watched some of the Calipers and Tongs videos. I also follow her on Twitter, I think, or somewhere. And I've watched some of them, but they're really long, honestly. And yeah, like I think I was the most interested in the video about messing with Cass. That was the most interesting to me. That's part-time jobs, not odd jobs? I mean, yeah, maybe. Again, I am getting used to the translation, so... yeah, that's probably part-time jobs. Yeah, when it comes to the werewolves that are probably coming, first of all, I don't really care about Sims 4 that much, and second, well, supernaturals are not really my thing. I mean, I kind of like werewolves, I guess. They're okay, but I probably won't buy it anyway. I don't really need that. I can't really choose one family. There are so many. I like the broke family, but it's I don't really know if it's my favorite. My throat is already tired. That's how it works with me. Oh god, my back. That's what happens when you're old. I think the colors might be a little bit too cool here. But when I turn on this light, my hair might be green. And that's not good. Nah, let's just leave it as it is. Oh wow, favorite deceased sim. Scanning all the deceased sims in my mind. um Olivia Monty maybe? I think because she's weird because she's in like a she has like a phantom pregnancy. I kind of like that. That's quirky. Yeah, I've been to Czech Republic, but only for one. I mean, like for for like hours, not even a day. It was just like few hours. We just like passed the border in the mountains, and that's it. I don't even know where I was in what town. I can't remember that. I was like 11 or 12 or something. And that's pretty much it. And I don't think I was in Slovakia. Maybe. I can't remember anymore because usually when I went to those countries, it was more like just crossing the border and going to the nearest town, right? Because the adults wanted to get cheaper cigarettes and alcohol or like chocolate or something. And yeah. So it was a trip. Yay. Wait. I was in Slovakia because Slovakia has like the. Or was that in Czech Republic? Okay, the small town that we went to, yeah, the small town that we went to just crossing the border was Slovakia. And in Czech Republic, I was in the like Stone City. I don't even know how it's called in English, if it's even called in English anything. Like a stone town. It's like this place that has plenty of like natural stones, and you're just surrounded by huge stones everywhere, and there's like a river, and this is like a whole tourist place. So that was in Czech Republic, I think. Czechia. It's not Czech Republic anymore, it's Czechia. Now that I think about it, my favorite deceased Sims are all alive in The Sims 3, so it's kind of cheaty. What about deceased Sims in The Sims 3? Because they are quirky as hell, because they have different colors, and there's like a theme of colors in every town. Like in Twinbrook, they are more like greenish, grayish. And in Appaloosa Plains, they are more like pink, orange. So it's like it was a strange idea, because once you can resurrect them, they are actually Sims with pink skin and orange hair. You know, so it's and in Twinbrook they kind of look like zombies. So it's weird, but it was an idea, I guess. I think I've had Czech candy of some kind. Actually, we like have some of it in Poland just for sale, you know? It's not that far away. I mean, now Czechia is pretty far away from me, but like from Poland it's not really that far away. My most repeated music recently. I don't think I actually have it now. I don't really have an obsession about any song right now. Recently I've re-listened to the whole Folklore album by Taylor Swift, but that's pretty much it. What's your favorite snack? Um, it depends if it's supposed to be a healthy snack or not, because when it comes to unhealthy snacks, I hardly ever have them. With unhealthy, I would go for just salted chips. And for more healthy options, I would go for like these big oat cookies with almond and coconut. I'm not sure if they aren't just like Polish, from Polish brand. You can find them mostly in those very little convenience stores that are called Froggy. in Poland. They are everywhere, and yeah, this is like a small package, and it's just like this size of a cookie. I don't know if you can actually tell the size, but yeah, and it's just like gluten-free oatmeal with almonds and coconut and like no sugar, and so yeah, it's really good because it is actually really sweet. And it fills you up pretty nicely. That came out wrong, I think, but yeah, it's a pretty big snack to have. Sometimes I only go for half of it. I haven't had cookies in like, well, okay, I had some in April when I visited my friend, but other than that, I think I haven't had any in a year. Like, I haven't bought cookies and brought them home to eat them, you know? Steward Curious, on the only sim who died from a meteor. I think there's another one. No, there are two Sims in Twinbrook who died from the mommy curse, even though it shouldn't be available, because it's from, I wanted to say Bon Voyage, from World Adventures, and Twinbrook is from Ambitions, and like, between the base game and Ambitions, there was World Adventures, but yeah, it's kind of like this um, fun fact or something that they just put there. It's like an Easter egg that, hey, these Sims died from the mummy curse, even though it's technically not possible if you don't have World Adventures, but you can have it. The snack cookies are called, I can't remember. I really can't remember, but you can find them usually next to coffee and like muffins and those kind of snacks. Next to the hot dogs as well. Usually they're there, or next to like rice waffle wafers or stuff like that. And they are not in every Froggy store. You can also find them in Lidl, I think, sometimes. There they are usually next to the registers. Registers? Yeah, I think cash registers. Yeah. What's something cheap in Poland that's not cheap anywhere else? Nothing is cheap in Poland these days. Do you know how crazy the inflation has been? Like, people in the United States are complaining, but I think our inflation is a completely different world. I could Google it. Inflation in the US. Oh, please, it's only 8%. We are up to 14. So, like, talk to the hand. But I'm trying to think something that is very cheap in Poland that is not usually cheap. I have no idea because I don't really know all the prices for everything everywhere. it's it's hard to tell. I don't think alcohol is that cheap in Poland, really. It would make sense that it is, but I don't think it is. Yes, Poland is the fastest growing economy in Europe. Maybe back in like 2003, but not now. Definitely not now. Potatoes, I mean, potatoes are pretty cheap. It depends on what kind you're buying, but they're not expensive. But I think potatoes and like onion and stuff like that are pretty cheap everywhere, right? I mean, onion is probably the cheapest thing. Yeah, the local stuff from Poland would be cheapest in Poland. That's true. And we don't really have that much. Like, capital that just comes from Poland. We actually import a lot. I mean, yeah, fruits and vegetables might be pretty cheap compared to the US because I heard that in the US it's a lot easier to eat unhealthy than healthy, and if you just wanna like there's Whole Foods and stuff like that, and when you just wanna like buy a carrot, pretty much, it's a struggle. And for us, when you wanna buy a carrot, you just like spend 50 groszy on it and you have a carrot and it's like it's almost free. I think I actually exaggerated the 50 groszy thing. It's wait, how much is 50 groszy in dollars? It's like 15 cents, something like that. Now we are close to season. I mean, a lot of the fruits are already in season. So then the prices are really nice, but not for everything. Because there's when COVID started, there was this moment when apples were really expensive all of a sudden and stuff like that, and yeah, so I think vegetables are cheaper, but I like once I went to like how do you say it, like a market, like a vegetable market. Wait, there is a word for that. Why can't I remember the word for that? Fresh grocers, green grocers, right? I think so. Yeah, I went there and they didn't have any zucchini because the lady said that it was too expensive, and they just didn't buy it. And I was like, okay. So that kind of says something, right? But yeah, compared to the US where you can barely buy fresh vegetables, I guess we have definitely more access to that. I have a green grocers right there outside my window. So actually two or even three, I think, in one place. So, and also stores, like grocery stores where I also can buy vegetables very easily. So yeah. Yeah, fruits are more expensive than vegetables, definitely. I wonder how strawberries will be priced now that they are almost in season. They already sell strawberries technically, but they are not exactly in season yet, I don't think. Dairy is cheaper. Nah, dairy's prices went so much up. Like I was buying non-lactose milk once and I was like, why is this so expensive all of a sudden? Because the price went up like 20% or something, and it was like, what? Well, I still bought it, but it was really disappointing. But I guess it's not that expensive, probably. Veggie stand? Grocers is like a corner store? I didn't even know that. Why didn't I know that? Oh man. Is there a fruit that's usually expensive that's maybe cheap in Poland? Tangerines? It's actually tangerines, right? Like little oranges. I think it's tangerines. For the longest time, I was pronouncing that wrong, I think. Um, yeah, probably. Because they are there the whole year pretty much, and I think they are pretty cheap, probably. I don't really know. Am I right? I don't know. Uh, do we have a Taco Bell? Is there a Taco Bell in Poland? Because McDonald's definitely and Starbucks definitely, but huh. I have to Google it again. Because I've never been to Taco Bell, but I don't think Poland has one. No, there isn't Taco Bell in Poland, definitely. I remember that back when I lived in Łódź, the first Starbucks opened in like 2015 there, I think. And the first time that I was at Starbucks was when I was in England. And yeah, because the only Starbucks that were in Poland were, well, basically in Warsaw, I guess. In Warsaw, you have a Starbucks on every corner in the center of the city. It's crazy. And yeah, then one opened in Łódź, and I was like, whoa. And yeah, but we do have two in Gdynia, where I live now, even though it's like 1/3 of Łódź in size. Yeah, we have two, I think. And in Gdańsk, there are probably a lot more because it's a bigger town, city, really. It's also Slovakia, not Slovakia. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Slovakia. That's true. The worst misconception about Poland. Maybe you guys say something. I don't know. I mean, probably the fact, as a brunette, I have to say that it's probably the fact that people think that Slavic women and Polish, like that includes Polish women, not even women exactly, but like people, emphasis on women, are blonde with blue eyes. Like basically Taylor Swift. Or like blonde with green eyes, whatever, but basically just blonde, pale, and like there is this archetype of how a Polish woman looks when in reality, like, it might be pretty common, but it's not as common. You know what I mean? I have a lot of, like, I know plenty of people who have darker skin, dark hair, dark eyes, and all these different looks. And I don't think I really know that many people or women that look like the stereotype. You know, I have one friend from high school and a little bit of university that kind of looks like she's from Finland or something, but it's another stereotype that people from Finland all look the same, just blonde hair, very, very blonde, very light blonde, and blue eyes. But she actually has very light blonde hair with like natural highlights and everything, and like icy big light blue eyes. And that's pretty much the only person I know who like has this type of look naturally. I think the most common hair color in Poland is like the uh, like dishwater blonde, like the grayish blonde, like dark blonde that doesn't really have much pigment and it just looks really pale. And but you won't see it that much because people who, especially women who have this color, will just dye their hair when they're like 15 years old. So either to red or to brown or just bleach it blonde. So like you don't really see it that much, but I know a lot of people have this color. So yeah, it's kind of like an epidemic of this color. The Polish language is super complicated. While you can break most rules, you'll be understandable. I guess. I'm sorry, but bread in the US is so disgusting. I heard the same thing about English bread. Bread in the UK in general, that it's like a sponge. Bread in Poland is actually really good, especially if you buy in an actual bakery, and it's not really that cheap of a bread, then it is really, really good. And there are so many types of it. It's like I go to the bakery and I have no idea what to choose. I'm like, whoa. Maybe, what will I have today? Maybe this. Sometimes I even ask for suggestions because I don't know. What does your synesthesia tell you about the color blue? This color is L letter. And I don't know, it makes me think of like ice and water, probably. And recently I found out from Psych2Go, really recommend that channel, that there is like a division between synesthesia and ideasthesia. And the thing that I have is ideasthesia, actually. It's like, it's kind of still synesthesia, but it just, it has been divided in those two types, kind of. So ideasthesia is like a type of synesthesia. Yeah, I dyed my hair black. About the dark blonde, not pigmented color, yeah. Does your synesthesia have something to do with the colors you like and dislike? Not really. Because I don't think of colors as people. I think of numbers and letters as people. I can make like a character out of them. But when it comes to colors, I don't really give them personality. So no. Maybe that all Poles are strong believers and their lives revolve around the church. This may have been true in part 2 or 3 generations ago, but not with the younger generations. That's true. The statistics still say that Poland is like 90-something% Catholic. But a lot of those people are just people who never just opted out from the church. Like me, for example. I am an atheist, but I am still in the church technically because I was Christianized. I had the first communion. I had the confirmation sacrament. I had almost the whole package. And yeah, so like my info is still in the church and it counts to the statistic. And there are plenty of people like that, like my boyfriend, for example, same thing, same case. And I have plenty of friends who are atheists, who don't believe in God or are like agnostics and don't like the church, but they just never did anything about that. And yeah, so if it was a true statistic, it would be a lot lower, especially that people my age or younger, like millennials and Gen Z probably, a lot of them stopped believing, you know? A lot of them are really like agnostics or atheists. So yeah. Or they just don't care. You know, there are a lot of people like that too. And there are also a lot of people who kind of believe in God or are like whatever, but they never go to church. They don't want to have anything to do with them. So that's also another case because technically they are part of the church, but they don't really go there. But at the same time, they do believe in God. So it's kind of a complicated case when it comes to this, right? I like your video so much. Thank you. Spasiba. Is that Russian? Probably not. No, that's I don't know. Maybe that's a different Cyrillic. Kind of looks like Russian, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure when Gen Z, with Gen Z, the perception of religious polls is going to disappear. Maybe not disappear, but decrease a lot. Definitely. But I am kind of annoyed with the fact that there are so many people who are actually non-believers and they get married in the church. Like, I mean, I kind of don't care, but I kind of do. It smells like hypocrisy, and it's just like, because I want to have a pretty wedding or something. Like, you can't have a pretty wedding without the church. You just, like, Google it, you know? It's, oh man, I don't know. It's so bad. And also there's so much pressure to Christianize your kid from, like, grandma and grandpa, you know? Man, it's so bad. I'm so glad I am not planning to have kids because with my mom, that would be a disaster. Oh, God. Oh, there it is. Is it called apostasy in English? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Oh my god, I would have to go to Łódź. I will have to go to the church there. The priest will probably be mean. I kind of want to opt out from the church because I have nothing to do with this institution, but like that seems like so much work, especially that I don't live in my hometown anymore. So like I would have to take the trip, probably more than one, to do it. It sounds like, I don't know, I don't really feel like doing that. It seems like a lot of work, not worth the effort. But a lot of people do the apostasy these days. Also, there were some people in Poland making YouTube videos about it, and I think thanks to that, a lot of people are also doing it, like realizing that they can do it, and they decide to do it. Not like, you know, they are turning them against God or something. It's more like they tell them that they can actually do that, and like give them advice how to do that and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's not like indoctrination or whatever. What? We like to drink a lot and we're a sandwich country? Actually, the thing about Poland is that we don't, I mean, we do have sandwiches too, but it's like the American way of eating bread. But we usually have canapés, which is just one piece of bread and then you put something on it and you just eat it like that without the other piece of bread. So yeah, for me, it depends on what kind of sandwich I want. If it's like cheese and rucola and something, then I would go with the sandwich. But if it's just like something that you spread on the bread, then I go with canapes usually. Or if I eat it with cheese and ketchup, I also go with the canape. So, yeah, it's. I think Americans kind of find it weird that we eat sandwiches this way. Where's the other piece of bread? Hey, you forgot something. Don't you have any more bread? Oh, you poor thing, you're out of bread. I'm a Gen Z, my family is a bunch of different religions. My dad is Christian, I'm a Buddhist. Is Buddhism a religion though? Anyway, my mom is the same as me. We all believe in every god pretty much, but we don't really go to church. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, these days actually you can have mixes like that. And also there are a lot of people who like people who don't really believe in God that much, are in a relationship with someone who is totally Christian or Catholic. And in this case, when they have a church wedding, that's fine because one of them wants to. Yeah, and it actually happens a lot, I guess. It's just a matter of like compromise and stuff. But I wouldn't really be able to be with someone who is Christian or Catholic who believes in God because like this is I don't know. Like it's I don't really have anything against people who believe. At least I'm trying not to, but I couldn't be with someone who actually goes to the church. That's like that's a total no. Because it's just like a fundamental thing to me. But yeah, but there are a lot of actually like relationships like that. And but there are also relationships where both of the people are atheists and they still go to the church to have the wedding because there's like family pressure or they want to have a nice wedding or something. And geez, the pressure from family is really bad in this country sometimes. Because tradition is important. From what I've seen, baptizing children sometimes comes from the viewpoint that religion is default in our culture. So it's easier to have your child included than not care about the topic. Yeah, like there are two sides of it really, because sometimes people are like, I baptize my child because I want them to have a choice. And I don't really agree with that. And there's the other side, I don't baptize my child because I want them to have a choice. One of them includes the child in religion and then like gives them the space to just opt out of it. But also gives them the chance to like this fundament of religion for them to be able to go to first communion without any problem and stuff like that if they want to, because you can't really take much info from a baby, right? So they just Christianize the baby and just get over it. And the other side that I agree with more is when they don't Christianize their kid and just like let them decide when they are like old enough or or just aware enough to decide for themselves that they want to be baptized or Christianized or whatever you call it. Yeah, so like I don't think actually Christianizing your kid is giving them a choice. You kind of choose for them. But I kind of understand where they're coming from, because it can actually happen that when the first communion is happening. Uh, Actually, we are in the first communion season right now. I think it just ended, but it's like May basically. Um, yeah, then when there's this one kid that doesn't go to the first communion, they can actually be bullied for it or something. It really depends on the school and all the environment that you are in. But in some places that can happen. That they are like called names or something for that because they're different. And that's really bad. So, yeah, it's kind of like giving your kid a smartphone when they're 7 years old so that they can fit in with the other kids or something like that, right? Or buying them very expensive shoes so that they fit in. It's kind of a similar thing, but like, this is about fundamental things about what you believe in. So I don't know. Like, I kind of understand, but it's just a problematic issue, I guess. But do you eat that with your hands or fork knife? You mean the canapé? Of course, with my hands. It is possible. You just hold it like this. Okay? You don't have to go all the way like this. You can just do it like this. It's really not rocket science. Oh, thank you, Luceusz. You're a member here too? Oh, you just became a member here. Oh yeah, you can become a member of this channel and get early access to videos. Luceusz already has early access to those videos because he's my patron on the Polish channel, and they also get those videos. But whatever, he just wanted to give me even more money, thank you. Children are so complex that the best choice is to not have them. I agree. I totally agree. When I was baptized, one of the photographers fell into the pool of holy water, so they were baptized too. It is, I mean, probably the priest has to say something for it to work, right? But I mean, we don't really. I think that is baptism. Exactly, right? But that was written by a Polish guy, so I don't know. Is it different in like different places in Poland? Because the Christianism that I know is that you just like there is this bowl of holy water, and the priest just takes like a little jar and just like you kind of dive the head of the child in the water, and you get like a little jar and just like pour it on the head and stuff. There isn't a pool of the water. Hi, Marysik niby wróżka. I think it's exactly the other way around. Because people are baptizing and making their children take First Communion, they are creating an environment where it's easy to single out that one child. That's true. That's true. It's the same thing with the argument that, oh no, wait, my brain is not working right now. I need to recharge it. You know, like same-sex parents shouldn't exist. They shouldn't adopt children because those children will be bullied at school. So stop bullying them. Is it not hard? It's so stupid. This is the most stupid argument that I've ever heard because they will be bullied. So stop being assholes. Really. It's all it takes. Jesus. Jesus! I don't even believe in God, but Jesus! Jesus, help us. Man. I had a pool. Weird Catholic, you mean Catholic church? Yeah, there are different types of churches, really. There are like Christian, but they are those minorities. Thank you, insert Michael from The Office. Thank you. What is Wicca? Do I even pronounce that right? People think that it's Satanism. Oh, wow. Just wow. In Orthodox Christianity, you have to be covered in water. Yeah, I think of that as a baptism because it really makes me think of Baptists, and it also makes me think of Mormons and like more Orthodox Christians. Yeah. That you actually have to be in the pool, and that someone that is like qualified, it doesn't have to be a priest, someone who is just like a preacher. I can't remember the word, but like your father can even give you a baptism or something. That actually sounds really cool to have a pool. Yeah. I'd be fine with parents raising their children in religion if they let them make their own decisions. Sure. I mean, it's hard to not raise your child in religion when you are in religion. But it's like, because you just take a lot of things from your parents, that's like perfectly fine. And if your child just decides that they don't really, that it's not for them, they don't really feel it, then you just don't get mad and don't like kick them out from your house. And that will do the job. But yeah, and like you understand and you have a dialogue and everything, but when you as the parent and your partner as the other parent, when you are atheists and you Christianize your child because grandma said so, that's not fair, that's not good, because the parents should be the ones making decisions, not grandma. Grandma has nothing to do with it. So, like, just basically everyone's parents should be normal. That's the conclusion. Thank you. I tried to find a video of my baptism and send it to you. Oh my god, that's so cute, Marisha. Please do it. So a summary of Wicca, I think that's how you say it. We just practice spiritual magic and worship Mother Nature, and we can worship Norse gods. You mean like Nordic gods? I think Greek gods as well, or any you'd like. That sounds fine. That sounds like something kinda rational. Maybe without the gods. But like, just worshipping Mother Nature and just nature in general and like the universe and stuff, like the forces of the universe and nature. I am kinda loving that. What do you think of Krakow? It looks like a nice city on TV. It is a nice city, but you can barely breathe there these days. I mean, I was there when I was like 17. So, but my friend lives there. And I was there when air was still there. But they say that smog is so bad there that it's hard to even live. So, because it's in the south of Poland. Alright, grandma, let's put you to bed. Yeah, screw grandma. Oh, hi, Kiwi. Why are all my friends here? Some religions mark themselves as they don't force children to be Christianized, but they kinda do. For instance, Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh my god, don't even make me start on those. You can do this when you're like 15, but still parents force them. Like, Jehovah's Witnesses are like the most pressured religion, the most strict that I know of. Like, you live in this community where, I mean, it probably depends on the country, but in Poland, Jehovah's Witnesses are like in this bubble, and they hardly can even like get out. So, do they really say that they are trying not to force anything? They force everything in that religion. Literally. They come to your house and try to force you to join them. So, my god, that's so bad. Because we love you. Aww. We have been summoned. Cute. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. I hope. I hope I am. It's not only in Poland. Yeah, because it's like the stereotype of Jehovah's Witnesses that, you know, they knock on your door and talk to you about Jesus. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Like, Jehovah's Witnesses are pretty much a cult. Oh, and I'm saying Wicca correctly. Okay, good. From all the, like, kind of religions, I think I am the closest to either Buddhism or this Wicca thing. That sounds pretty cool. Oh man. They knocked on my door while I was wearing a shirt that said I am a lesbian, and they just walked away and gave me a rude look. Oh, perfect timing to wear that t-shirt at least. At least you were dismissed. Perfect. They are not even allowed to talk apart from trying to convert with people of the world. Wow. Because in their opinion, they will lead them to the wrong path. Yeah, this is a thing. Yep. Yeah, when you try to get out from the Jehovah's Witnesses cult, you kind of have to like uh just stop talking to your family and just like be on your own, because usually they don't really support this decision. Okay, we will be finishing in about 15 to 20 minutes. I didn't want it to be more than 2 hours because it's actually pretty late for me. It's almost 11 p.m. And yeah, so if you want to change the topic, if you have any other questions or anything, just, yeah, you have like 20 minutes to do it. Actually, my throat is really bad right now, so it's about time. I could criticize religion a lot if you let me, but don't let me. I don't want to get canceled. In France, there's a cult called Family, and they are literally reproducing with each other. But are they actually family? It's the most old and prominent family in Paris to this day, and it still exists. Okay, that sounds odd. How do you think you've changed the time you've lived? What? In the time you've lived in your new apartment? It is actually, like, literally new. But, I don't know. I think I am more organized, but I don't think it's a thing. It has to do with the apartment. I'm not sure. Like, I kind of have my own study, this room here, and I think it let me be more organized because I can just sit here and just do my thing, do my job, and yeah, it's pretty nice. And also, I started moving more, and maybe it has something to do with the apartment. I don't know. One Jehovah lady asked me, Jehovah lady, I like that, asked me if I want to go to the God. I answer her I will go straight to hell because of many reasons. She shut up when I took out the tarot cards and asked her if she could tell if I could tell her some. I mean, I think if anyone tries something with me, I will just say I'm gay. And I want to be dismissed like the lesbian lady. It's like I have blue hair, they would totally go for it. I'm queer. Yeah, it's kind of queer baiting. Sorry for that, but it's yeah, I would just say I'm gay and just leave me alone. I'm gay. There's no hope for me. God hates me anyway, so just leave me alone. I just wanna go to hell in peace. Hi, Recalls. Your name seems like it's misspelled. I'm sorry, dude, but I can't get over the fact that the C is in the wrong place. Where are you from? Is it on purpose? Did you misspell it on purpose? Or is it just like this, but it's just disturbing to me specifically? Where should be the C though? I don't know. You can tell the Jehovah lady that your striped shirt is a pride flag. I actually have a shirt with the pride rainbow. So, actually 2 shirts. Maybe even 3, because I have another one just with like a equality something text and 2 pride flags. So I think I can count this as another one. So 3. So you just need to wear that. Since you're Polish, you will hate the sea. Oh yeah, okay. I see. How do you even pronounce that? That's not possible to pronounce. Like in Polish, I would say Rekowski. Rekowski. That's not how we spell things. Oh man. Usually we talk about language, but today, of course, about religion. My last name is Polish. I just spiced it up. Oh, okay. My real last name is shared with an infamous criminal, so this is better. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Was there a criminal with my last name, though? I hope not. But I don't use it on my YouTube channel, so... LGBT t-shirt near the main door in the house because Jehovah lady... What do you mean by main door? Front door, I guess. But, like, I have one door that you can get out with. Maybe if you count the balcony, but that's dangerous. But yeah, that's the solution. So just have the t-shirt there. And if I suspect that this is the Jehovah Witness, I just put it on. I mean, there's no point in that because I don't open the door. I don't answer the door when there is someone at the door that I don't expect. Because why would I? Why would I answer the door? It's stupid. I don't. If it's not the pizza I ordered, if it's not the delivery dude with something I ordered, if it's not whatever I expect, I will not answer the door. Simple as that. Jehovah lady on the balcony. Hello? Do you want to talk about Jesus? Do you want to go to heaven? Hello? It's like an annoying wasp on the other side of your balcony door. I went to Catholic school, now atheist. That's the case with many people, actually. I don't believe in astrology. What is November sign? I was told I'm a Leo. November sign is Scorpio, or at the end it's Sagittarius. I mean, I know them, like, you know, the order of them, but I sometimes confuse the English names. I think Sagittarius is the one. Yeah, I am a Scorpio. Because I am actually a November kid. But I don't believe in astrology either. It's just like a habit, you know? And sometimes I make jokes like, oh no, he's a Taurus. Mm-mm. Typical Sagittarius. Yeah. Oh no, she's a Gemini. Mm-mm. Gemini is actually like a pharmacy brand. I don't know if it's only a Polish one, but there is a pharmacy called Gemini. And whenever I pass it, it's in the center of Gdynia somewhere. And whenever I pass it, I'm like, do you believe in MBTI? You mean the 16 personality thing? I don't know. I feel like it's maybe, I don't know, maybe it's generalized too much. It's like I took a test and I am technically INFP T or something. I can't remember exactly, but it doesn't really match me that much. So I don't know. Maybe there is some truth in it, but it's probably not like detailed enough. I don't know. Tell me something about Libras. I actually like Libras. Well, my dad was a Libra. My aunt is a Libra. His sister, because they were born like day after day, but with 2 years of difference. And but at the same time, the only guy who broke my heart was also a Libra. So, like, Libra, you know, pros and cons. I think I always thought when I used to think that it kind of matters, the zodiac sign. I always thought that Aquarius and what's it called? Jesus, Capricorn are the worst signs. That these are the most annoying people. I mean, there are different signs. There's like moon sign. There's of course zodiac. There's moon sign. There's like sun sign. I don't know. There are many signs depending on when exactly you were born. But I still don't really believe in that. What? My boyfriend is a Leo. Does that matter? I don't think those signs are technically compatible. Chinese zodiac too. And also, wait, is there a Chinese zodiac or is it just like the what year you were born in? What Chinese year you were born in? I think I am like monkey or something. Uh yeah. Like the years that have animal themes. I'm the kind of person to have friends who care about zodiac, but also cackle at my zodiac sign as asparagus jokes. Asparagus actually sounds like a zodiac sign. Aquarius, asparagus. Oh, why is this funny? You have incompatible signs with your boyfriend. You need to buy an adapter. Oh, wow. Can we not talk about zodiacs anymore? Capri Sun. uh, yeah. I just like knowing how the stars were aligned the moment I was born. Yeah, I mean, the cosmos is very fascinating. Don't forget to like the stream. Rekovsky says. Listen to him. Okay, 5 more minutes. And I wanted to say something, but it's gone. Oh, I had, I mean, not me exactly, my brother did a DNA test, and I think, I can't remember exactly, but it was like 10% Finnish, which kind of makes sense because I have Russian roots, and Russia, Finland, like historically, there could be some migration, you know, and yeah, so that does make sense. I mean, of course, like 60% of it was Central Europe, so that makes sense too. But I think, oh my god, I can't remember anymore. It was so fascinating to me at the time, and now I can't even remember. Like, I need to check. Let's go to my heritage. Maybe I have some messages or something. What's the login? Because it's my brother's account, so I'm trying to break in. Nope. Not working. Okay, never mind. I can't even remember how to log there. But you are 10% finished. Please don't die so soon. That was so bad, so dry. Please stop. Okay, I think some of it was like southern. Yeah. There was a pretty high percentage of Finnish, relatively. And some of it was like Balkans or something, which also makes a lot of sense. When it comes to, what is this? When it comes to my looks, my grandma's looks. And I always thought that we could have something to do with the Balkans. Genetically. So yeah. I bought my friend one because she's adopted. Oh, that's so nice. Turns out she's over 60% French. Wow. Religions like Llama and Freezer Bunny would probably piss off a lot of people. They would probably say that they, what's the word? Like that they make fun of religion, and that they just like patronize it, and I don't know, like they make something silly out of it. So stuff like that in The Sims is pretty risky. How many generations of your family do you have in your family tree? How many do you think is like my great grandparents, and that's it? I don't even know what's further than that. I only know like the last names of women in further generations. And I also know that I have some distant family in the United States. Like, my grandma's aunt went to United States. I think 2 aunts, really. But I can't find them there. I was searching for it really thoroughly, and I couldn't find it. I actually know what last name one of them had after she got married, and to an American guy, and I still cannot find it. So that's pretty impossible. And like it's not really that distant of a family because like the kids that the aunt had were first cousins of my grandma. So like for her that's pretty close family. To me, it's like third cousins if there are further generations, but still, like that's pretty cool to have third cousins in the US, right? But I have no idea where these people are. Yeah, I don't think really that there is any point in religion in The Sims. There is a lot of culture thing that is associated with religion somehow, but it's more focused on the cultural aspect of it. And that's it. If someone just wants to have a religion, you can just build a church. You know, you can get some CCs to build a church. And yeah, but I don't think it's needed that much. Aw. I mean, I only have one grandma now. That is 85, and she is not really doing that well. She is pretty sickly at this point. So yeah. But it would be nice to ask her about the family again, and so that I can actually like put those people into the family tree on my heritage, because maybe somehow I will find them. I even saw like pictures of the wedding that the aunt had, and I don't know anything about that except the last name. I want to see how many seconds, emphasis on seconds, Sims will be sitting in the church to hear what the priest has to say. Yeah, it's like the wedding pack, right? No one wants to sit anywhere. It's like I recently just realized that Sims 4 Sims have ADHD. And like it's kind of like a rude diagnosis that I just did, but like they do kind of act like they do. There's nothing wrong with having ADHD, but it like all of them act as if they have ADHD. 100% of the population, you know? Okay, I should be going. So, thank you all for being here, for listening to my rant about religion. Maybe we will repeat it next month. I mean, we will definitely talk next month, but maybe about something else next time. And yeah, of course, the stream will be available for you to rewatch. Oh, I didn't know you have ADHD. I have another friend who has ADHD. It's perfectly fine. I was suspecting that I have it at some point. So when I tweeted that I have music constantly playing in my head, my one of my internet friends said that's ADHD, honey, and I'm like, nah. Yeah, it's true that most people with ADHD don't act like the stereotype, especially it's a problem in females, adult females that are not diagnosed and they like go through all the processes to even try to diagnose it because they kind of feel like they have ADHD. And the awareness about it is spreading really fast, I think, these days. And it's, yeah. Yeah, it is a spectrum, that's true. So I might have like some of it, but I don't know. I don't really feel like diagnosing it. It's not really like destroying my life or anything. But yeah. Also, my very old friend, not old in age, but like someone I've known for a long, long time, tried to diagnose her ADHD because she is positive that she has it. And like she went to a psychiatrist that just kind of like tried to, I don't know, like argue with her. And she said that like she has a pretty good life. She bought an apartment. She has a successful job. She has 2 cats. She has a relationship, and like her she did well with her life, but she still feels like some things are disrupting her. And he was like, "Oh, so you came here to brag about your life even though you have ADHD?" And it's like, what? And it was like an ADHD specialist in that town. So, what are you doing? She wrote such a huge complaint about him on the internet. Because, what the hell? It's, yeah. He didn't even want to give her like any advice or medication or anything, because he was just like, yeah, you came here to brag about your life. Wow, congratulations that you have all those things. And he was like, yeah, you probably have ADHD, but does it matter? And she was like, well, yeah, I am kind of telling you that it does. And just like, he kind of dismissed her. And like at some point I think she just quit even trying to talk to him. And she just left. But like, what? Why? Yeah, it's a huge thing that you kind of mask it, and especially girls don't get diagnosed because they are kind of socialized in a different way. They are supposed to be the calmer ones, and yeah, and it's when you think of ADHD, is this one boy that just like pulls girls' hair and is loud in class and doesn't have very good grades. But it doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes people with ADHD actually like overcompensate and like use the hyper focus to actually do have good grades. So, and they do have good grades because they hyper focus very much and like get fixated over things. And yeah, so it's not only being distracted all the time. And if you're distracted mostly, then probably you will have bad grades. But if you're fixated and hyper focused more often than not, then you might have good grades because you're just like over studying for stuff. Diagnosed at 17, yeah. Last year. Yeah, it turns out that a lot of people actually have ADHD. Oh, thank you. It is actually literally cool, the color. I asked my psychiatrist if she thinks it's possible. I mean, I just said what she thinks about the fact that I have music in my head all the freaking time. I do have other symptoms of ADHD, but she just said that because I said that I was thinking of ADHD, and she was like, nah, I mean, she said that anxious brains also have a tendency of being like, overly reactive and like expressive, you know. So it's probably because of my anxiety. I probably have ADHD symptoms because of anxiety. So, but at the same time, anxiety always, not always, but also can be paired up with ADHD. A lot of people who have ADHD have other like mental issues like depression, anxiety, fears, you know, like, or like problems with sleeping or something. And so it's really hard to tell. But it's like with the apostasy. I don't really feel like it's worth the efforts to try and diagnose it. Also, some people suggested that I have autism. Why do other people suggest it? I don't understand, but I sometimes feel like I might be on the spectrum, like lightly, like on the lighter side of the spectrum, but it's not really that big. I took two tests and I actually like had most of the points that could you know, mean that I have autism, but again, I don't really feel like diagnosing it. I asked my mom when I was like 9 if I have ADHD and she laughed at me. That's mean. She was so wrong because of the stereotype, yeah. Yeah, prone to addictions and eating disorders because of the impulses that might happen. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I am too much of a, like a, I don't want to say considerate because it doesn't mean that people that have ADHD can be considerate, but um, like I think too much about things. I feel like with the tattoo or with the blue hair. I almost never do anything by impulse. I hardly ever even have like impulses sometimes, and I feel like that's super out of character when I do it. So I don't know. Yes, parents definitely shouldn't laugh at their kids. That's true. A lot of people are on light spectrum, but it's not that big to notice. My boyfriend might have Asperger's. Wow. But yeah, like lately I've been thinking that Sims 4 Sims have ADHD because they just can't sit in one place and they just constantly have to do something. And I can't really understand that because I'm such a lazy person. I can't even like just stand up from the chair to do anything, you know. And but that's also kind of a symptom of ADHD, right? The other like the other end of it, that you don't feel like doing things and you feel exhausted all the time. So it's a strange thing. Because you never know what your brain is going to tell you today, you know? Like, no, today we're just lying in bed. No, today we're shopping and we're buying 50 unnecessary things because I want to. And the other day it's like, yeah, we're fixating over docs on Wikipedia today. We won't be doing anything else than read about docs. Yeah, that was based on a stereotype. That's true. I'm sorry. I stayed longer on the stream to talk about this. Because I'm actually aware that ADHD is not all those things. Yeah, that's funny. In my relationship, I buy everything by impulse, and my partner has to think for 6 months if it's worth it to buy a pair of shoes. I am more like your partner. Yeah, if I need something fast because I just know I need it fast, then I will risk it and buy it. But usually I think about purchases so long. At the start of the stream, I thought that thought came to my mind, me having autism, because you say the way some things you say, what? Because the way some things you say sound mean because you are too literal. But it also could be the language differences. So there was the language barrier because he's British and I speak fluent American. I don't know. I don't think I am that literal. Sometimes I am, and I annoyed at myself for being too literal. But I actually use like irony a lot. A lot. 40 minutes till Pride Month in Poland and this time zone. It's 5 p.m. for me, sadly, yeah. Posts have a tendency to state obvious things. I actually hate that. I don't like stating obvious things. This is so annoying to me. Sometimes I will just like not say something that I find obvious in a video, and people will like write 70 comments about this obvious thing, and I'm like, there is no point of saying that in the video because everybody knows that. It's so annoying, and it happens so many times that I have to like, okay, I will just give 7 seconds in this video to talk about this one obvious thing to avoid these comments because I will go completely nuts. And sometimes I don't even think of talking about something that is perfectly obvious to me because it's obvious, so why would I talk about it? But then it turns out that it wasn't obvious, and then I feel like the fact that I thought it was obvious was kind of arrogant of me because people didn't know that. And I assumed they knew, so if they didn't, maybe I thought they were stupid or something, you know what I mean? So now I try to actually just take a little time to talk about the obvious things and maybe just like try to emphasize a little that this is an obvious thing, but just in case someone doesn't know, I will tell them. But yeah, I think a lot, okay? Most people with autism are very, very blunt. My brother has Asperger's and he's very blunt, but I am not sure if you have it. I don't think so because I am very, like, I am not that straightforward. I am actually very like a backed out person. I don't really say things I think that much. I really care about what the other person will think. So a lot of the times I just stop myself from saying something. And that might be like masking it, but anything could be, right? So I don't think this is the case. More comments, better video positioning. No, but I have an obsession about comments. I read them. I read all of them and I like go to the comments section 50 times a day. Like it's kind of compulsive of me, and it's really annoying if I get the same comment over and over again. I'd rather have different comments and maybe a little bit fewer of them. I just talked about the 16 personalities test. I am on INFPT, I think. Like the uh I can't remember what it's called, but it's not really that accurate. Mental health is complicated. Human brain, I don't think if we will ever reach a point when we understand the whole human brain. That's like, wow. It's huge. Yeah, self diagnosing is never good. I always try not to be this patient that just comes to the doctor and says, I think I have this. Because the doctors are usually super annoyed with it. I don't think you can tell if someone has autism just by watching their videos. It's true. I said in one of, I think that might have been the first stream of this year when we were talking, that I was I watch this YouTube channel called Break the Twitch. And back then, I didn't really have that much knowledge about ADHD, like the different aspects of it, and that it's not like the stereotypes and stuff. And this guy from that channel actually said in one of his videos, he is super chill. And like when he talks, he never has garbage in the way that he talks. He never has those filler words, and his sentences are always so clear and so well put, and he's never like reading, he probably prepares for it, but it's still pretty impressive that he can talk that clearly. It's freaking insane to me because I am such a chaotic speaker. But he's super chill, and he talks in a really clear, understandable, non-garbaged way. And then suddenly in one video he says he has ADHD, and I'm like, how? I was so surprised. Like it would just never, I would never think of that. And his channel is mostly about like intentional living and taking care of your habits and just trying to like really live without all the mess that you have in your head and like impulses and all the stuff that is just like filling your life with unnecessary stuff. And I don't really follow it that much, honestly, but I like to watch it, and it kind of feels like this topic of intentional living was kind of his way to cope with ADHD symptoms, right? It makes a lot of sense. But I would have never thought. Like, that was really surprising. Back when I thought of ADHD in the more stereotypical way. So, yeah. When I thought about it, that made sense. But at first, it was like, what? So, he is kind of like proof that you can't really tell through the glass if someone has anything. Because, like, they can just either plan videos really well, or they can just have a persona, or they, I don't know, just like edit their videos really well so you can't really tell about some things. And yeah. I was talking about this because like, I don't know if you remember the video I made about age in The Sims 2. That I was annoyed by how much it doesn't make sense. and stuff like that. And someone commented, "I too have autism," and I was like, "I don't, but okay." An obsession with being organized is also associated with ADHD. Really? I would actually associate with autism more. ADHD makes me think of actually a really messy person. There's this girl on YouTube, like a Polish channel about mental health, and she was diagnosed with ADHD like recently, when she is like 27, I think, and or I think she was diagnosed when she was 26. She's not 27 yet, I don't think, because I think her birthday is in November. Anyway, she said that she has this thing that she just cannot put things away in the proper way. She just like throws them just anywhere, and she has a lot of stuff just in her room, like mugs and some stuff that she just brings into the room because she needs it for like 3 minutes, and then she just leaves it there. And at some point, she and her girlfriend came up with this box, that like ADHD box, that she would use to put the stuff that isn't supposed to be in this room in this box. And whenever she feels like it, or has the time, or is not fixated over something or chaotic, she will just take this box and put the stuff away where it belongs. So yeah, that sounds pretty useful. I mean, on my desk there are like 10 tissues, used tissues, here, there. There are 2 packages of candy, vegan candy, very good. And I mean, there is a glass that I drank from, but we didn't have the opportunity to take it out. But like, I am a messy person. I'm kind of messy. So I kind of get that. I'm so obsessed about organization. I have to clean my room often, otherwise I won't be able to think straight. I don't have that, I don't think. And that's ADHD. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can also be on like 2 different sides, especially that ADHD is sometimes really like you're one person that has these 2 ends, you know? But yeah. What you're saying is perfect description of my room. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there are plenty of clothes there. Lately, I've been like, we have this little stair thing, you know, to reach things from high places, and I'm using that because it's usually in the study here, and I'm using that as the place where I put dirty laundry. Like, I take stuff off and I just put it there, because the actual laundry basket is in this, exactly here, here, in this closet behind me, here. Yeah. So it's way too much effort for me to open this closet and just put the laundry in there. So I just, like, I have this big of thing made of dirty laundry on the stair thing. And also, like, clothes that I technically wear every day on a chair that is here. Of course, the chair. So yeah, I am not very good with putting stuff away. I have a dresser and clothing rack, and I only use all my clothing that I have in my fresh laundry box. No, I am not like that. I like to put outfits together, but yeah, but putting away dirty clothes is beyond me. Actually, sometimes my boyfriend would just like take it and put it in the laundry box because he was doing it anyway with his laundry or something, and he would just do it. And I'm like, you did that? I am staying longer now because I hear that my boyfriend is taking a shower, and I want to take a shower right after the stream. So I can just wait with you guys until he's finished, and so yeah, so that I can just go. I'm at this state I'm afraid to open my closet because my closet became that box you're talking about. No. I mean, my closet is pretty messy too, but I don't really have enough space there to put everything. Pile is the word that I was looking for. Thank you. Oh, OCD is also it's also pretty bad, pretty hard, right? Man, and it can kind of like go over your head, and you might not see the symptoms like early enough before it becomes really bad, right? Because there are those small things that you're doing, and then suddenly you have full ass OCD, and it's like, whoa. So I feel for you. Thank you, unshowered queen. Wow. I like I can place dirty laundry on something, on like a piece of furniture or inside something, but I don't feel comfortable with putting it on the floor. I don't know. It's weird. I wouldn't do that. Like, maybe I would leave it there for a few minutes if I am doing something, or like if it's like socks or whatever, then sure. But like full piles of dirty laundry on the floor in a corner somewhere, that sounds bad to me. I am trying to be a minimalist. At least I am trying not to buy unnecessary things. I think about the usage of the thing that I am thinking of buying, and whenever I buy a piece of clothing, I always think if I can pair it with something that I already have. So I did buy some things that I didn't wear afterwards. Sometimes I did make some mistakes in it, but I am trying not to buy too much. And if I do, I usually buy secondhand, really. But I do, like, I'm kind of like sentimental, so I like to keep things that I feel like close to, that make me think of some memories or something. Even if I don't need them physically, I just like to have them. So like I'm kind of in between. I do hoard some things, but like in everyday life, like I have a special place to hoard those things. So yeah, it's like a memory shelf or whatever. But with everyday stuff, I think I am trying to be a minimalist. I am trying not to have too much stuff. That's exactly what happened. It started in 2015 but escalated drastically in 16-17. Oh man. Walking in shoes in the house is a big no-no. Yeah. I mean, we really have like strict rules about hygiene, like house hygiene. Thanks for the reminder that Sykes to Go exists. You're welcome. I don't even know who Ed Hardy is, but you go. Yeah, it might be addictive. Sometimes I think of a new thing that I totally need, you know, and I search for it on the site where I usually buy clothes, and yeah, and it's like I am buying something again, and I kind of feel guilty about it, but at the same time it's secondhand, so I'm like, I'm allowed. But I am trying to like cool it down after I bought a few things. I'm like, okay, I should not buy things for a few months now because I have enough. Okay, I'm gonna go. I heard him walk out of the bathroom, so the shower needs me. And I need it. It's a symbiotic relationship. Ed Hardy is a vintage clothes company. Oh, okay. I also got addicted to hoarding nail stuff because I started to do my own gel nails. Yeah, I have this thing that when I just want to buy something, you know, I buy a nail polish because it's inexpensive, small. I will use it anyway. Like, you know, use the bottle and just throw it away. But I also try not to have too many because I think I have like 30 and it's a lot, I think. I have many different colors and yeah, like this yellow, I guess. I need to buy a new neon yellow because it's I'm almost finished with the bottle. That is actually pretty small. Yeah, so it's like I am kind of like, okay, this is small, this doesn't take space, it's not expensive, it's making me happy because I have a new color, but I also try to like not do it sometimes. I have over 60. Wow. But like I don't really do any kind of like pattern stuff or anything. Sometimes maybe, but yeah, I just paint it. That's it. Okay. I'ma go now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to my TED talk about religion, ADHD, nails, buying stuff, OCD, autism, and The Sims, as always. And yeah, I'll see you at the end of Pride Month. Maybe we will start off with this topic next time. Very interesting and very ranty because I'm in Poland. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and like the video. My throat is totally dead by now. And I'll see you